Hello there, this is Retro Spirits Gaiden, and this is Fatal Fury Special, and this is on the Neo Geo AES console. This is the Neo Geo logo, and this is the Pro Gear Spec Legend and SNK Blue, lovely blue colour. This game is for use in Japan only. It always says that because I've got a Japanese system. But anyway, here we can see some badly drawn characters. They look like WWF wrestlers that have been mangled, and we've got some different difficulty levels there. But this game is, I find this game universally difficult. Doesn't matter who I pick. The AI seems to be able to thrash me within 3 characters. So this game is kind of better in 2-player mode for me. I am nowhere near an expert, and actually I've never used Kim Kafwan before in my life, so this will be fun. I like the sprites until they start animating. The shading on them is not great in some cases. The big bear here does look mighty impressive. Kim Kafwan looks a bit soft. So Fatal Fury, yes. You can jump in and out of the background, and you can fight on both planes. That was what differentiated this from Street Fighter 2 back in the day, apart from the fact that this game looked a bit worse and sounded a whole lot worse. So, as you can hear for yourself, the music is primarily squawks, on this level anyway. Is that AES Rock in the background, or Uluru, as it's now, not now known, as it has always been known, and we referenced it as AES Rock, but it's not, it's Uluru. It's always been Uluru, and it always will be. Because reasons. There's a skeleton on the floor, and some sheep in the background, so this must be, it must be Australia. There's no two ways about it. I got the shit kicked out of me there, because the game is really hard. These character portraits are shoddy. I hate the character portraits on this game. Look at them. They look like, I don't know, they look like bags of custard with string bound around them. Just not very pleasant looking. And apart from Big Bear, I've just gone through the whole roster there. They all look a bit shoddy. I suppose Mai looks okay. Joe's not that great looking. What does the game play like? It's quite staccato and it's quite hard. It's difficult to meaningfully link moves together because the computer AI does tend to read your input and cancel out all your moves fairly quickly and in short order. You do have some attacking options by going to the background. You can fight each other across the planes, which is groovy. You can dodge moves as Duck King just did there by changing plane. You can go into the background faster if you press a couple of buttons together. You can do like a... Oh, he's just grabbing the air and kneeing in the balls. Get ducked, Duck King. And yes, you do have attacking options. In common with all of SNK's, especially early games, playing the computer AI is just tedious. I just noticed that duck in the background, it says King of Kings. If you go to the other side of the screen, it's mirrored, so that writing's backwards. Bit cheap, isn't it? Those guys in the background there, in the middle, are really badly animated. So this is based on Fatal Fury 2, quite an early Neo Geo game, and they didn't really update it much when they released Special. They changed some of the palettes, let you control the boss characters. But yeah, I don't know, it's sort of halfway between being but ugly and kind of okay looking. Some of the music's okay. This soundtrack reminds me of the RoboCop music. If you've ever seen the original RoboCop movie, they go to a nightclub and the tune in the nightclub sounds exactly like this, which is a bit weird. I guess the composer really liked that movie. Everybody in this club has to wear purple clothes. They're not allowed in unless they're wearing purple, and they're underlit. They have to be also have to be underlit. I got this game as a gift from my lovely wife several years ago now. It must be getting on for nearly 7 to 10 years ago, and she did pay 22 quid for this. Now it's not super expensive. It's still one of the cheaper Neo Geo games. You probably get it for kind of 40 quid depending on condition. Look at that, just like a bag of custard with string tied around it. His eyes, did you see his eyes? His eyes were burning through my soul. Oh my god. Wow, Terry's a psychopath. We've got a background here which has Mount Rushmore in it, which is cool. The depth in this background doesn't really work, does it? It looks like... well, it looks as cheap as it is, which is unfortunate. This game was converted to multiple platforms, and none of them looked as good as this, but apparently the Mega Drive version of Fatal Fury 2 has a different combo system, and which makes it play a bit more like Street Fighter 2, which sounds a bit more fun. I don't know where I read that. I read that somewhere. But this game's okay. It's okay in 2-player. Looks like fighting the computer AI is no fun. It's fairly cheap, but there's a reason why it's fairly cheap. It's not brilliant. It's not crap, but it's not Street Fighter 2, and yeah, it's just not very sought after, I don't think. It's either that or they made absolutely gajillions of them, and it might be a bit more easy to get than actually Fatal Fury 2, the original version of Fatal Fury 2. You might find that's a bit more expensive. I've never seen a version of the original Fatal Fury on the Neo Geo for sale, so I don't know if that one's also rarer than this. But I get the feeling that that one's super slow. I think I remember seeing a video of it. The gameplay's super slow in that, and the roster isn't great. So this is probably the best version of classic Fatal Fury, because they upped the ante a bit in Fatal Fury 3 in multiple ways, and they screwed some bits and bobs up in there as well, but yeah, it might be worth keeping an eye out for Fatal Fury 3 or one of the real bout games. You can probably get this on multiple compilations. So this game's it's one of those games which I kind of just... it doesn't really register with me because I don't like it. Well, I like it enough to not sell it. So make of that what you will. But I don't play it an awful lot. And I've got a feeling that this is on the Neo Geo Mini, and it's also on the Wii SNK compilation. Pretty damn sure. Yeah, anyway, it's not as hard as Art of Fighting, I'll give it that. So Art of Fighting 2 specifically has probably got the worst computer AI of any game I've ever played. This, at least you can win a couple of rounds in it, even if you're a novice like me, and you'll have some fun. But I don't think it's a particularly desirable game. Like I said, there's a reason for it. It's not brilliant. It's alright, but it's been superseded. So there we go, that's Fatal Fury Special. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. So if you like alright games, get yourself a copy. Alright then, ta-ra.
Ha!